Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. Today is Friday. It is the 5th of March. 5 days until my birthday and I turn 80. I can hardly wait. My goodness gracious. How on earth did that happen? A couple of things to talk about. Let's go with the really good news first. Indian River County, COVID cases are down. Vaccinations are up. An average of 760 people daily are being vaccinated here in Indian River County. 58,000 Indian River County residents have been vaccinated thus far. 67% of 65 and older have been vaccinated, so we're making pretty good dent in that population group. Some of the numbers I obtained here I got from 32963. I thought I should give them credit because they dug some of those numbers up for me. As far as the weekend is concerned, well, let's take a look at tonight. For example, partly cloudy, followed by a lot of clouds overnight. Low about 58 degrees tomorrow morning here on the Treasure Coast by Vero Beach area. And then tomorrow, well, not so good. Cloudy with occasional rain showers in the afternoon. High is going to be about 76 degrees tomorrow. All right, I have 3 little pieces of video to show you today that I picked up. To use my glasses to see what I did here with it. The first one's from Good Morning America, and there is now possibly a nasal spray coming along that you will be able to use to vaccinate yourself with this nasal spray. It's Dr. Jen Ashton. We've seen her before. I put up these videos every day, and I've used her quite a bit at Good Morning America. It's not my favorite network, but they put out some good stuff. I can't complain too much about that. And then the governor wants to open up the cruise ship lines. He wants to get the cruising people to start cruising again. And he has a plan for that. So we're going to see that's going to be video number 2. And video number 3 is the Florida population is on the rise because the people up in New York say enough is enough. We got to get out of here. We got to get down to Florida. The weather's better and the taxes are better. And nobody's going to shove us around and tell us what to do. Okay, well, it's sort of like utopia for the people who don't live here. We think it's utopia because we do live here. By the way, yes, I'm doing manual labor today. As you can see, I have my mask attached to my jacket here. I never leave home without it. Always have my mask. It's like the little kids with the mittens attached to their snowsuits. Well, at least I know where it is all the time, and I can always get my hands on it. Little manual labor today. The numbers will be coming in here in just a little bit. Right now, it's about 2:21 in the afternoon. I should have the numbers about 3:30, 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. I'll put those together, put those in, and hopefully over the weekend, I'm going to try to get those shout outs back to you if I can possibly do that. Otherwise, things are going pretty well down here. Things are looking a lot better. There is light at the end of the tunnel with this business of all these vaccines coming along. That seems to be working out pretty well. Catholics are having a little bit of problem with the J&J vaccine, but it seems like Moderna and Pfizer are picking up the slack, at least for the Catholic folks. So it's I think they're being a little bit picky because that vaccine is not being made with the fetal tissue of the aborted children. But nonetheless, it's not my fight for sure because I'm not Catholic and I don't really understand exactly what it's all about. But I did hear for sure a number of people have said, we're talking about bishops and so forth, if nothing else is available, then go ahead and use the J&J. But if there's any way to not use the J&J, then that's probably what you should do. All right, well, let's jump into these videos right now, take a look at those things, and then I'll have the numbers for you. Back in a flash. Have a great day.
Dr. Jen Ashton, as always, right here with us, tracking all of the major developments. We'll begin, as we always do, with the latest coronavirus case numbers from Johns Hopkins University. There are now more than 115.2 million confirmed cases of coronavirus worldwide. The death toll in this country now more than 518,000, as the CDC reports that close to 16% of the population has now received at least 1 dose of the vaccine, and those numbers, thankfully, are climbing very steadily now.
And we have 3 FDA-authorized vaccines,
right.
But we could see over time a difference in the types of vaccines, the way we get the vaccines.
Yes.
Could this be easier for us as well?
Well, potentially. And remember, there are 3 authorized right now, but people should not lose track of the fact that there are many in development and different routes. So particularly, I want to bring to your attention the nasal spray development. What's going on here? There's a small number of COVID-19 vaccines that are currently in development via nasal spray route. At least 4 are already in phase 1 clinical trials, one of them in this country, also the UK, China, and India. In animal studies in the lab, the results are very promising in terms of its safety and efficacy. And for some context here, we also use nasal sprays in vaccines for flu, influenza, and polio. So there is a precedent there.
All right. So we know that it would certainly make it easier. A lot of people who are afraid of needles would be much more likely to get perhaps the vaccination if it were in this form. What else do we know about the process?
Well, interestingly, there's also a mechanism at play here that makes this appealing. There's a mucosal immunity that can be generated via nasal spray vaccination method that also has the potential for reducing transmission. And Amy, as you say, another very appealing feature of this route is that possibly this could be something down the road that people could even administer themselves. So we will be keeping an eye on it.
All right. Very exciting. All right. Thank you, Dr. Jen.
Governor Ron DeSantis wants to open up business for cruise ships. He says Florida's tourism is handicapped by not letting the ships sail, but he's unable to alter federal guidelines from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He says with vaccines, testing, and antibody treatments, people should be able to make decisions for themselves about what they want to do. Carnival Cruise Line cruises are expected to be canceled at least through the end of May. Katie Johnston for CBSMiami.com.
Florida's population on the rise tonight. An influx of northerners leaving behind lockdowns and restrictions are headed here to South Florida's sunshine.
New at 5:30, WPTV News Channel 5's Ryan Hughes explains the impacts on the local economy and the housing market.
It's like going to a different planet. It's that different.
Jean Shafaroff and her husband came down to Florida in January for a 17-day vacation, but the couple from New York City is still here and now looking at real estate to stay permanently.
Unfortunately, New York has been in a long lockdown. Restaurants are starting to open, but it's cold and it's hard to see friends, and it's just a lot nicer down here.
Jean is part of the mass exodus out of the Northeast looking to call South Florida home. Businesses are also leaving the Big Apple, signing long leases and opening up in Rosemary Square in West Palm Beach and trading Fifth Avenue for Worth Avenue in Palm Beach.
Single-family home residents, they quadrupled in Palm Beach County since last year, and condominiums doubled.
Dottie Herman is the CEO of Douglas Elliman Real Estate. She says rentals are also hard to come by, and COVID continues to push more northerners south to the warmer climate and lower taxes.
But what you see now with people working remote are people that normally wouldn't have been able to stay are staying.
House prices are still rising and the inventory shrinking. Jean and her husband can both work virtually, so she's ready to leave behind New York City's restrictions for good.
Down here, you have the great weather and you feel so free.
In Palm Beach County, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Alrighty, folks, a lot of people moving to Florida. They're finding out that living up north is not a good idea, and living in Florida might be a better idea. What do you think of that? Well, I'll tell you what I think. Let's take a look at the numbers. That's what I think. Hey, here we go. We got 21.5 million people living here in the state of Florida. We're the third largest state in the United States. We're fast becoming the second largest state. Alrighty, let's take a look at these numbers. We have a little green and a little red on the screen. There's some extra greens here I'll show you in just a moment. 133 new deaths reported in the past 24 hours for the entire state of Florida. That's 16 more than yesterday. Yesterday it was 117. 5,975 new positives. That's down by 143. Yesterday it was 6,118. In the past 24 hours, we vaccinated 101,286 people. Total number of vaccinations since we started vaccinating here in Florida, 5,213,321. Pretty big number, right? I'm going to take you over here before I forget it and show you the positivity number. Check this out. This came down again today, 5.12. That's about as low as it's been in quite some time. That is the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida. That's supposed to be under 5% for 14 days to mean that we're in pretty good shape. So we're getting close to being in good shape, but not quite yet, because we have to go for 14 days under 5%. Alrighty, here we are in Miami-Dade. 19 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 1,426 new positives, 15,814 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours in Miami-Dade. Broward County, 7 new deaths to report, 845 new positives, 8,387 new vaccinations in Broward County. That would be Fort Lauderdale. You might want to remind me every once in a while if I transpose these numbers. I am a dyslexic guy, and occasionally I see the videos, I say, oh, I can't believe I transposed that number. So I do that every once in a while, and I get it from, I've been doing this all my life, and I apologize for that. Alrighty, 12 new deaths in Palm Beach County in the past 24 hours, 483 new positives, 4,913 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours in the Palm Beaches. Up in Mouseville in Orange County, Orlando, 1 new death to report, 343 new positives, 5,336 new vaccinations. In Brevard County, the Space Coast, Melbourne, 10 new deaths to report, 115 new positives, 1,964 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. Alrighty, now in St. Lucie County, no new deaths to report. We like that a lot. 75 new positives, 2,231 new vaccinations. Martin County is Stewart, 1 new death to report, 48 new positives, 1,111 new vaccinations there. Look at Indian River County. My goodness gracious, 372 new vaccinations, no deaths to report in the past 24 hours, and 19 new positives. Seems like we are averaging something like 760 a day. Well, we did average 760 in the past 24 hours, that's for sure. All right, now we're going to go down here and take a look at these zip codes for Indian River County. Check this out, 19 here, 19 there. They balanced out today. These are the zip codes in Indian River County, Vero Beach, 32948, 5 new positives in the past 24 hours. All of these are going to be positives in the past 24 hours. Zip code 32958, 2. Zip code 32960, that would be 1. That's Vero Beach proper. Zip code 32962, that's 3 new positives. Zip code 32963, that's on the Barrier Island, 1 new positive. Zip code 32966, that's 5 new positives. Zip code 32967, 1 new positive. And zip code 32968, 1 new positive. We'll go down here and we'll take a look at the 7-day moving averages for the deaths, and voila, it's green on the screen, 128 versus 129 yesterday. So we came down just a teeny bit from 129 yesterday to 128.14 today. That indicates that 128 people approximately passed away each day for the past 7 days. Now, I was waiting for these numbers down here to come in, and these are the same numbers that I showed you yesterday, so I'm not going to put you through all that again. They came in at 148 yesterday, and as of this afternoon at, what time is it right now? I think it's coming up on more or less 10 minutes of 5, and these numbers have not changed. So I apologize. I can't give you the new numbers because they're not there. So we're going to not do those today, but we're going to go over here. We're going to take a look at what we refer to as the global view. Global view are these really big numbers. USA cases since we started, 28,871,038 new positive cases. These are the total positive cases since we started. They're new, all right. New since we started, 28,871,000. That's a big number, just in the United States alone. In the United States, the deaths since we started, 522,188. But look at this number. This is the biggest one of all. 115,904,000. Those are the number of people who contracted COVID-19 since we started keeping track of these numbers. And then the total number of people who passed away as a result of COVID-19 in the entire world, 2,575,798. Alrighty, folks, so those are the numbers for today. Today is the 5th of March, and I'll be back here tomorrow with some more numbers for you. I apologize that I didn't have those other numbers, but I don't like to wait around. Sometimes they don't come in until like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. By the time I get them up, it's 8 o'clock, and it gets really late. You people get impatient, and you don't wait for them, and you don't look at them. So that's not a good thing. But it is a good thing if you push the like button. I would appreciate that. Have a really great, blessed Friday evening. Look forward to seeing you back here on Saturday. Stay away from the raindrops tomorrow. Ron Crider signing off.